What's going on, everybody? We back here live here in the OT Radio Show, and today we got a very good show for y'all today. Today I'm chatting with my girl, Sannchaz. Yes, she's a comedian, actress, writer, and motivating speaker who humors and energy lights up every room. From Black Panther to Wakanda Forever to the national comedy stage, her journey is full of laughter and inspiring real talk. And yo, we gotta hear with your boy OT. And guess what? We're going to have it here, back here live, here on the OT Radio Show. So once again, let's go, everybody. We here one more time with her right here. So, hey, let's bring her on because we love her, we care about her, and she family. Let's go. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
what's up with you? How are you?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. Hello, everybody. So, yes.
So, listen, we got you here, and, it's cold in Philly right now. All the snow, everybody snowed in, cars snowed in, ice, people going crazy right now. But, hey, let's talk about you. Now, okay. I know you're from a small town from Mississippi.
Yes.
Let's talk about that small town from Mississippi now.
I'm from Yazoo City, Mississippi. All right, home of the Indian Nation, but baby, that's where I'm from. It's about less than 5 miles around, or right at 5 miles around. We probably got, I'm pushing it, maybe about 6 stoplights, a new Popeyes, and a new Walmart.
Hold on. Back it up. Yep. You said 6 stop signs and maybe a Walmart.
Stoplights, like let me do the math right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 7 stoplights, about 7 to 8 of them, maybe. That's it. It's very, very small. When I say small, it's small. Very, like the mayor will probably raise you and was your school teacher. Like that's how small it is.
So what got you into comedy though?
So when I was a little girl, my mother used to be sick all the time. My mother had a bad heart when I was growing up. And literally, I would do little stuff to make her laugh. And she used to always say, "What my little comedian at?" Now, me not knowing that, you know what I'm saying, right off as a 5-year-old girl, 6-year-old girl, that would specifically be the calling on my life. But my mother used to always say, anytime I'm feeling down, she'll make me feel good. And when we would be at the emergency room or when she would be in the hospital, come in my little comedian, and I would tell these little jokes, and they be real life. Like I got an old soul. They would be real life jokes, and she was just like, this girl don't care. She's just a fool. I used to have this bad habit when I was little. My stepfather owned a nightclub. So in the daytime, I would go help him do inventory. I would be cleaning up, get my little chore money or whatever. And when people used to get up from sitting down, I used to smell a seat. And I used to be like, Mr. Charles' ass stink. I was a bad little girl. I was bad, but I was sweet. So yeah, I was something to deal with.
Wait, hold up, wait a minute. You used to smell the seat though?
Yeah, I used to have a bad habit. My mom used to say, "Stop smelling them seats, girl." And I used to say, "I'm trying to see who funky." I used to have a little rep. As soon as they get up, I go smell it. Miss Brenda, booty stank, mama. It was bad. And they used to think that it was funny that I would go around doing that, and I would just talk. I would like basically roast them. What you eat today, Mr. Tony Fox? Like, wasn't none off limits. Nobody, no child, no adults. I didn't care. Okay? I didn't care.
Yo, did you get into any fights? I know a couple of them folk wanted to just go ahead and go and take you. Give you a little switch.
Believe it or not, I used to get bullied here and there in school. People don't believe me, but folks used to try to talk about me. I had a deep voice. They used to say I sound like a dude or whatever. They used to talk about the clothes that I used to wear. And it wasn't like, I wouldn't say like a super traumatizing bully experience. It was one of them bully experiences. You bully me, we finna go toe to toe. Like, I'm not gonna back down. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like one of those situations. Now, fighting, I had my fair share back in the day. You know,
Okay.
I had my fair share or whatever. But you know, I would kid you. I would kill you with my words. Baby, I would damn near have you on suicide watch for 4 hours. I'm gonna get you with my words. You're gonna be thinking about everything I said. I used to have this bad habit. I used to tell people, you're gonna dream about me. You're gonna dream about me. And I did that. I wanted to put a stain on your brain. Yes, child. I didn't play. I did not play. So yeah, it was one of them situations you knew not to mess with Sannchaz. If you say something to Sannchaz, be ready because she gonna spit that fire. She might make you cry. She gonna talk about you. And for me, it was always the boys. The girls knew better. It was always them damn boys that used to pick with me.
All right. So you know I'm gonna have to ask you. Give me one good roast that you said to one of them boys.
I remember I was sitting in science class one day and we broke out into the lab session, and this dude acted like he didn't want to be my group partner. Tell me, I don't want to be Sannchaz group partner, this, that, the third. And he was at least about 360, 420. I told him, I was like, shit, you know, when I grew up, cussing was like the thing. It was cute when you used to cuss. I told him, shut your fat ass up before I slap a burger on your chest. And the whole room was just like on the floor. They was like, you gonna do what? I said, I'm gonna slap a burger on this chest. He'll shut the hell up then, greedy ass. And we was just going at it. And still to this day, as grown adults, if I saw him twice after that. And he reminded me, you remember you told me you was gonna slap that burger on my chest? He's still big. He's still big and unhealthy. I know he got diabetes in the ears.
Okay. Oh man. Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. I have to catch my breath for a minute. Because you know what? These questions are about to be unorthodox right here. Y'all just going to tell y'all it's about to be on. So listen, right. So you started out, right? Your first performance was what? Atlanta Uptown Comedy Club, right?
Yep.
In 2014. What is the most funniest or most unexpected thing that happened during your first stand-up set? Gotta know.
So I'm a believer in manifestation. In the prayer, the power of the tongue. So a lot of people don't know this. I graduated high school a year early. I graduated high school in 11th grade with honors. And so when I took theater, because I've always wanted to act, like comedy is a portion of me, but acting is my heart and soul. So I took drama and theater in high school, and we had to write a letter to the person that we always wanted to meet and work with. And I wrote my letter to Mike Epps, and people was just like, oh, you funny, but you ain't Mike Epps funny. You ain't gonna never meet Mike Epps. That man a superstar, this, that, and the third. And so when I moved to Atlanta or whatever, my first night doing an open mic night, which was a Sunday at Uptown Comedy Corner, I had got off the stage from doing my little set. And of course, you know, your first time on stage is not like always 100%. I think I did decent enough to make it through. And as soon as I walked off stage, Mike Epps was standing right there. And he looked me in my face. He said, you did all right. And I was just like, oh my God, like, did you see my set? Like, I wish I could have did better. I wish if I would have known you was here. I had like a million excuses. It was just like going so fast. I was like, I wish I could have, I would have known that you was here. I would have actually prepared. But literally, it was a pop-in. It was random. I think he was in Atlanta filming a movie. Rest in peace, Scope Bubble. Him and Scope Bubble, like brother, friends, uncles, however you want to kind of correlate the relationship. Scope Bubble looked out for Mike Epps or whatever, and vice versa. And Scope Bubble said, I told you, you never know who'll come up in this motherfucker. See, you said this was you want to be like him. And I mean, he came and sat down right next beside me. And it was a couple of other comedians, and I never forget, he said, you good? You thirsty? You want a glass of wine or something? You want something to drink? Because I was just so parched. I just couldn't believe it. And he was just so respectful, and he was so normal about it or whatever. And I'm like, this man is really sitting next to me. So I text my drama teacher, all my mentors, you won't believe it. It's real, dreams don't come true. I'm sitting beside Mike Epps.
Wow.
That was my first experience.
Wow. Yo, that's hey, listen, manifestation. As they call it, you write it down, it'll come true. It'll come true. So being in life, right, as a comedian, I gotta know. I have to know this, right?
Okay.
Give me something that the audience haven't seen behind scenes, that something happened to you, but nobody wouldn't know. Nobody wouldn't know. But then you came out and you just like ripped it. Like you ripped the whole show. Like maybe a button came off the shirt or something like that. Nobody didn't know and you had to make fun of it.
For me last year, my aunt mom passed away. And I had to plan a whole funeral and everything last year. And, you know, she passed away of cancer. So it's like one of those slow deaths. You just waiting until it happened. And I just had her in the back of my head. Like, I know that she will want me to finish these shows. I had like 14 shows booked.
Wow.
And I was like, I can't cancel them. If I do, she'd be like, why would you cancel, girl? You knew I was about to die anyway. And I was steadfast. I was on stage literally 2 days later doing stand-up. And I just did not stop nonstop. And then I was backstage in my comedy sister drama. I think she booked me for the show. Yeah, she booked me for the show. And I was like, girl, you know, I needed this show or whatever. My mama just died. And she go, girl, what? You need to go home. I'm gonna get somebody else coming here. I'm gonna get somebody else to take your spot. Go home, get your mind together. You got to play. And I was like, nope, I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show. And it was like nothing had never happened. And then when I would announce it at the end of the show, it was like, hey, listen, my aunt mom just passed. And y'all don't know that y'all helped me through this. And I think I was on a hustle and bustle and a comedy grind so much that, I mean, by the time I died down from doing shows, shit, I had forgot I had to plan a funeral to a certain degree. That's how numb I went. Yeah.
So let's talk about a movie. So if someone will make a movie about you, right? What scene will have the audience like cracking up, rolling on the floor, and who will play your role?
Who will play my role?
Let's talk about it.
I don't know who will be qualified just yet.
Okay.
Because I might want to play me. You know what I'm saying? But a scene that would have them cracking up in regards to me, I got so much stuff. You know, my life is very funny, and I'm known to just be doing crazy random stuff. Jesus. Probably the life of me living with an Asian person.
No.
Yeah, my god brother is Asian. And when I was younger, I've been out on my own since I was like 14. So I end up getting my own place, which belonged to my god brother. I had rented a place for him, and then he needed to move in with me. And I was like his black mama. His mama looked out for me. She was an Asian lady called Mama Tran. And she was the sweet as pie. She knew I liked the egg rolls and Oriental food. And she would just bless me. She put me on a cell phone line. I used to call people. They'd be like, bitch, who is Tom Tran? Who is Tran Kong Hong? I'd be like, that's my godmama. That's my god brother. Yeah. So that probably will be the most interesting piece of my life, knowing that I had living setups with Asian people.
How was that
as a teenager? Yeah.
How was that as a teenager?
You know what? So my biological mother, God rest her soul, my biological mother had passed away when I was 8 years old. Then my stepfather shortly after had passed away. And so I'd say that I was adopted, but you know, like how old black families be, they just take somebody in. So this is going to be a look me in or whatever, and best for me to just to live on my own or whatever. And when I moved out, it was just kind of like one of those things where it was just like, wow, this is what I gotta do. This is my life. And I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna be the best that I can be. I ain't out here trying to get pregnant. I wasn't thinking about no men. I was thinking about my money in school and surviving basically. And so I met my god brother at work. We used to work at McDonald's, and he was a teenager too who had got emancipated to the state. You know, the way Asian people work, they different, and they they set themselves and their children up for success, basically.
Yes, they
And
do.
so, and that's how we kind of did it. And I just learned so much just from that Asian dynamic. That's why when people tell me all the time, when I be on Facebook making posts, you know, shit, get real with these brothers, give me an Asian man. I really do mean that. Baby, my name gonna be Sannchaz Blackmon Lee. You hear me? I learned a lot from them. And just that family dynamic was real important. Like his parents moved down to Florida to open up a nail shop. They emancipated him to the state to stay behind, finish school, and finish setting up stuff in Kansas. You know what I'm saying? And now he's a successful store manager and things of that nature, got a successful career in life. And so, yeah. And on top of that, he was gay. So I learned just a lot.
So how was the dynamic of cooking? Because listen, your country. Let's just go ahead and just call it your country.
Yes.
So mixing country with a little bit of Asian. How was that dynamic for cooking?
So back in the day, I used to eat pork, right? And so we would take turns every other Sunday to cook food. And so on my Sundays, I'm doing smothered pork chops with gravy, yams, fried cabbage, and he's tasting my food, and he's like, "Oh my God! Like I never had cabbage this way. I never had a pork chop this way, or whatever." And then one Sunday, his mama would cook a little bit of whatever I had a taste for, and he'll cook something, and I would taste their food, and hey, we would just take turns. And I don't recall nothing being nasty. I don't do sushi. We tried sushi. I'm like, it's a no. I don't like that cold, meaty texture. It just do something to me. But other than that, we would just take turns, and we would just put each other on to the different restaurants and food, candy, and Asian markets. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Because I like a little bit of Asian food.
Yes.
I love it. But all I'm just trying to figure out, like every store that you go to, an Asian store, shout out to all my Asian stores, but all the Asian stores you go to is always 15 minutes, no matter what it is.
Not in Kansas, because Asian people everywhere. I stayed in Wichita, Kansas, and then in Georgia, I live in a predominantly Asian community. So when people come visit me, they be like, "Bitch, you got all these Asian folk. Why you over here with all these Chinese folk?" Baby, let me tell you something. They look out for you. My neighbor, if he see me taking out my garbage, he gonna run across the street and get my garbage. Okay. If he see me scraping some off my car, he coming to rescue. One day my brakes was squeaking. Hey, what that? Let me check for you. Hey, come on with it, big dog. Come on. I ain't gonna stop you. Not.
Hold on, what you said? He said what again?
Hey, Bray, let me check for you, Bray. I hear. Let me check for you. Come on with it. Because if it was a brother, maybe they would have been like, "Girl, you need to get your brakes changed," and just would have kept it going. He checked for me. He was like, "Them shits is thin. Go get them checked out." I said, "All right, I know a guy up the street, Firestone. Tell him my name." I bet. Get these brakes done for the low.
Get the brakes done for the low. But hey, I can tell you one thing. I got an Asian mechanic, and boy, oh boy, they gets down. They get down. Yeah.
And they know they stuff. My mechanic is Asian. Now my shade tree mechanic is the Dominican. But my main mechanic for all my little stuff, he Asian.
Yeah.
I just it's a different type of feeling. I really like diversity, and people, it's so funny. My ex-mama was so offended when I said this. I don't like to be where it's too many niggas, too many white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like diversity. I want everybody included, because when I call 911, I know y'all coming.
Right,
now,
right.
I was in an all-black neighborhood. The response, because I used to work for law enforcement. The response time gonna be 64 seconds plus. Babe, I need this shit 35. Y'all coming. As soon as y'all hear the gunshot, y'all already outside. I don't need no delays. So I like diversity. I don't like staying in designated areas. I'm not the person that's trying to be the black person in the neighborhood with the nice luxury car, the big house. You're a target. I don't want to be the person that's trying to move into the white folks' neighborhood and like, hey, I'm here. I'm with you guys now. Nope, don't want that either. I want everybody. I want my neighbors to be Indian, Asian, black, white. I want it all, because it's a melting pot. you get a different dynamic. All the Asian restaurants around my house, they're respectful. I go to some, it's been a couple like, oh, I had you standing here too long. Here go you something for free or whatever it may be. They respectful around these neck of the woods.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Now let's talk about your movie credits, because you've been in, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Then you've been in FBI International. Now I gotta ask, behind the scenes, what is a ridiculous moment that you won't never forget?
A ridiculous moment?
Mm-hmm.
I would say when I was filming Black Panther, that was my first big budget movie that I've ever been in, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it was background, the main character, it don't matter. That was the first, like, outside of, because I did Comedy Central, that was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Live audience type of situation. But this, it really helped me see the dynamics of acting. I went to film school. I've been on, I used to work PA for stage plays and stuff like this. Whole different ball game, whole different dynamic. And I remember it started to rain. And they rushed over to put umbrellas and stuff over the uniforms and stuff that we had on to protect it. And I said, people don't really understand the dynamic.
A little breakup.
Dryers, hair dry, literally hair dryers to blow off to blow dry the wet spots. Mm-hmm. To blow to dry the wet spots. And I mean, I was just sitting there and they was just doing makeup on cue, and if I was sweating too much, they blotched my face and got me right. Mm-hmm. And I remember it poured down raining so much and it was not in the forecast. And the road that we were filming on for that particular scene had got so wet. And I was like, Lord, because we was already filming for a little over a week. And I was like, Jesus, I wonder what this is going to be like. Is it going to push it back some more? And we was filming crazy hours. But since I love acting so much, it didn't bother me. And it was one time that it did. So when I saw them, how they tried the street, it was real, real dope. I was just like, oh, this is how they get it done. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. But baby, for some odd reason, it was a portion where I was in that scene, and it was like, I guess the director saw the street looked different from previous takes, and they kept having to come back and blow torch the road. Baby, they made me do the bend down and squat in my scene to pick up some stuff like at least 64 times. When I tell you the cartilage in my knees had disappeared and went to glory, you heard bone to bone. And then I tried to be lazy and bend down to the side like this. They needed a full bend like that. I was like, oh my God. The pants that I had on, the cargo pants that I had on was scraping against my kneecap. I did it so much that I had a bruise on my knee, and I still got it to this day. But I was just like, yeah, I don't know about this acting thing, because how many takes y'all need? Like, oh my God. But that was one that I was kind of like, this shit is crazy. And let me tell you something. I wanted to stay in that role so bad. I was bleeding and I was praying, Lord, please don't come through these pants. Please don't come through these pants. So when we took a bathroom break, I had blotched it with a little tissue paper and went on back, and it's so fun. I had a little a jar of Vaseline I used to keep on me. I put some Vaseline on it and went back out there. Because who finna get sent home? Right. Not me.
So let's translate that right there, right? So, like you said, you was on, the King Thomas present the 360 comedy competition, right? And you won it. What was going through your head when they announced that you was the winner? I gotta know.
So I was already out in Las Vegas doing some work, right? And an email had came across like, hey, these are the cities that we doing stuff in. So I was like, ooh, good timing. I ain't got to worry about no hotel room. This, that, and the third is already paid for, right? And I was at the Bellagio when I had Googled it. I was like, this damn comedy club 7 minutes away. So the lady that was over, I'm like, hey, this is my situation. This is where I'm at. I love to do it, blah, blah, blah. So I go there and I was just like, oh my God, I'm in Vegas, baby. This is what I always wanted. Man, when I went there, the guy was just like, "Hey, listen, don't know what the crowd gonna look like." And then a couple of other comedians came in, and they was like, "Yeah, you know, we feel like the crowd is rigged. This one person always win. It's not fair." And then when the one person got there, the room go quiet. So I was like, "Listen, hey, I'm just here to tell these jokes. I'm happy to be in Vegas. This is a different market for me. You know, I want this Southern twang to be able to work over here. Let me know what I need to work on. And we're going to get out here and see." Yeah, I'll go out there, and I felt like I was going too fast. You know, people don't realize stage time is different than like time of you being off the stage or in the audience or somebody somewhere around listening. Okay. Way different. Okay. So they was like, I think they told me I had like 15 to 20 minutes. I was like, okay, I can do that. And when I went out there, I was like, everybody in the crowd was fully European, was not a problem for me. And I was like, Jesus, I hope they get what I'm saying. So when I went out there, that West Coast vibe is a little different. I performed in California and stuff like that, but it was like they was listening to laugh. And I know that sounds crazy, but it was like it was almost like I was doing motivational speaking in a sense. And I was like, I don't even know if I did good. Like, you know, I got a little dry chuckle. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Okay. And when I got off, I was just like, I don't even know and then when the last person went out there to perform and they did the roll call of who made it to the finals, it was me and another person. And I was like, oh, I did? Okay. So I went back out there and I was just like, all right, pull some from the gut. All right, do it again. And then it was the same kind of energy, like, you know, they listening to laugh in a sense. And I was just like, yeah. The other person I heard like full blown laugh. And when they told me the crowd voted you, Sannchaz, come back out here, and I was like, what? Who? Me? What? They wouldn't really. What? They was like, girl, get out there, go out there. And so for me, it was weird. And then at the end of the show, when I was talking to everybody and stuff like that, and I was just like, y'all had me worried because y'all like when like Cadence laughing or laughing with the joke, y'all was. And that white man told me, no, sweetheart, you were amazing. You were well-spoken. Your jokes and premises were set up so amazing. He was like, we were listening to laugh. And I was like, well, how come y'all wasn't laughing? Y'all gave me like a chuckle, like that's it. He was just like, I don't know, maybe it's a Vegas thing. And I was just like, wow. That was different for me. I called all my people back here in Atlanta. Hey, nigga, when you come to Vegas, they give you a laugh chuckle. That's it. They listen to that. They ain't like Atlanta where they like, ha, girl, come on with it. They ain't like that. They different. They want to hear that in the Black History speech. For real.
Oh, man. All right. I got a couple of rapid fire questions. Now, you cannot, with this, you can't hesitate. You got to give it straight, right? You ready?
I think so.
You sure? All right.
Maybe.
All right, maybe. Okay. Favorite snacks on tour?
Fruit snacks.
Worst stage mishap?
Shoe broke on stage.
Say what?
Yeah, my heel broke in the middle of the set. I had to perform barefoot.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. You just guilty pleasure TV show.
I am going to say suspenseful mystery. I like shows like that make me guess and wonder.
Okay. Horses or goats?
Horse.
I was wondering if you were going to say that.
Horse. I had a horse when I was younger.
See? Yep. Country. Yeah. So let's talk about that. You broke your heel while performing.
So I knew, listen, people don't know this about me, is that I used to be a slight tomboy back in the day, especially when I first started comedy. I'm like, shit, it's all about jokes. I'm gonna get on the stage.
Right.
Hair done, nails done, cool. Nothing more, nothing less. Then comedian Double D told me, Sannchaz, you're a nice looking woman, but you got to dress up. I said, okay. What is you talking about? He was like, put on some heels. You know, you just you want to, you know, nice little appearance when you get on that stage or whatever. You get rid of them boots. So I started wearing heels heavy, probably about, I want to say about 11, 12 years ago, probably. And I just went out and bought all these different type of heels. I'm exploring the heels. And these set of heels was from my old collection. They was like 8-inch heels. I'm on stage, and some of my spirit told me. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I have like this little emergency kit that I take with me when I'm doing shows. And I had, when I left the house and started walking, I saw that it was a flab happening at the platform of the heel. So I gorilla glued it. I'm like, by the time I get there, it'll dry. Right? So I had a pair of flats in the car, but I'm like, why would I take another pair of heels? Like, these heels is going to work. Get to the place, the heels still flabbing. So I'm like, damn. I get out the car, start walking on this gravel. I hear, and I was like, that heel sound like it just died. Get to the show or whatever, did not know that I was performing in this big old film studio or whatever. And the lady was like, I want to do a tour with you, Miss Blackmon. I want you to show you what we working with. So I'm like, damn, I didn't know I was going to do a tour. So I believe the walking that I did from that tour killed the heel even more, like the physical heel. By the time I turned the corner, all I heard was crack again. I was like, hey, ma'am, I got to cut this tour short. I need to find the nearest green room. Wherever y'all going to put me at, that's where I need to go. In there, gorilla gluing the hell out this heel. You should have saw me. I'm in there like I'm a damn maintenance worker, knocking it against the window, the wall to make sure don't nothing happen. I'm on that stage, shucking and jiving. How y'all doing? This, that, and the third. And I just felt some wind under my foot. And I was like, why my toes cold? What happened? And baby, that heel went left. The shoe went right and my foot went forward. I said, this ain't the work of the Lord. So I said, y'all think I'm finna stop this show? I had to pivot. They was like, you good, girl? You look cute, girl. I believe I got it somewhere on video. You look cute, girl. You still look cute. I said, all right, I'm gonna have to perform barefoot. And so I kept performing with one heel on. They brought me a chair. I was able to take the other heel off. I'm still performing now. And so I was barefoot, and the girl was like, you want to wear my shoes, baby? And then when she said that, it kind of reminded me that I had flats in the car. And I was like, well, listen, if somebody go get my flats out the car, it's a such and such Malibu, y'all will see it. And it's so funny. I had my doors unlocked, and the security had went out there and got my spare pair of shoes, put them on the side of the stage. I walked over there to get them, and I still did the rest of my 45 minutes. Yup.
I'll tell you what. Good stage presence. Gotta say good stage presence.
Yes. I mean, I've performed before, and the mic has went out several times, and I've rocked a show out a cappella, and I've received a lot of tips a couple of times for doing that. The show must go on.
Yeah. Now I gotta ask you this question, right? If you can roast yourself in 1 minute, what would you say, and can you do it without laughing?
Yeah, I used to roast myself during the pandemic when I first started doing heavy content. I used to roast myself all the time because this is the thing. When you roast people, because I used to go viral a lot for roasting people.
Yeah.
And people used to think that I thought that I was off limits. Like, no, let me tell you what happened to me today. Let me tell you why I got on these cheap pair of leggings, and my thighs then ate the insides of it up. Like, ain't nothing off limits. Let me tell you how bad this wig is. Like, when I was getting ready for this show, I said, new wig, same wig, new wig, same wig. I said, I'm gonna rock this same wig. Baby, y'all don't know that this wig can lift up. Y'all don't know that. Like a hood. Y'all don't know. That's my black-owned business. That's my business. Ain't none off limit with me. None whatsoever. I talked about one time how my dumb ass, when I was younger, I was trying to zip up a boot and chip my bottom tooth. I'm like, listen, y'all, my teeth, this little teeth down here just got filled in. Baby, new smile. And you couldn't tell. It was a flaw that you never could tell. And people's in the comments, you always had nice teeth. I never could tell. This is my story. These big ass eyes that belong to me, I know they big. I see through my sleep. This is me.
That's your story. Now, let's talk about, because the pandemic did a lot, right? The pandemic did a lot. and a lot of people, translate their pandemic and start becoming content creators, right? How did all that come together for you? Because now this is a nuanced thing. Now, from the pandemic to content creators, the podcasters, a lot of podcasters that was during the pandemic is no longer, because we know they was fake. But anyway, how did all that come together for you? Because now you done blew up. You always been blowing up, but boy, you had taken to a whole nother level. Because you can't make this up. You can't make it.
So for me, Facebook reminded me that I was doing videos for probably about 11 years now. And I used to be camera shy. People didn't realize that I just started getting real comfortable in front of the camera like within the last 4 or 5 years. But I started off doing my videos of me just talking about, y'all, let me tell you about this date. And I would crack jokes about like little real life stuff, and it didn't really do nothing. So then I started doing little comedy skits and stuff like that, and they would do something here and there or whatever. And then during the pandemic, I was scrolling down my timeline, and this lady had like these big double tree breasts. I mean, they was like damn near to her knees. So I did the video, and I didn't think it would go viral, because I was just like, oh my God, I was concerned, first of all. And when I did the video, had one viral, I just was like, oh shit, like this went viral. And I'm just sitting up here, I'm roasting her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't believe you would do this. And then people start sending me stuff to roast about. People took off. And I started in my hometown. And then I went to other areas outside of general stuff that I saw the social media just took off. Do you know people don't know this? People used to pay me to talk about the people that they sent.
What?
That they used to send me.
Hold up.
Yes.
What?
That's how I started getting paid.
Wow.
Yes. People used to pay me how much to talk about this person. People do not know this. People used to expose people in my inbox and be like, hey, they said this person gay, sleep with somebody's husband, or vice versa. How much I pay you? And I would just roast them. They would send me I used to tell them, send me the most craziest, ugliest, or outrageous picture, so it won't look like it's an attack on this person. Right. So I kind of drew the line. I knew it was kind of getting crazy when people, because I kept it broad. I ain't one of them people where I wanted to have like a super, super messy platform or nothing like that and just heavy negativity. But when you came here, I was going to make you laugh, because I got to justify why you got a hot dog sitting between your breasts. I need to talk about this. You see what I'm saying? And I had this situation where somebody tried to out a down low person, and they sent me a bunch of pictures and evidence and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, yeah, I don't know about this. And they offered me $500. And so when I literally had, and this is why I kind of figured God said, this probably ain't your portion. I had filmed the video. I would let them know when I'm getting ready to drop the video. And the person that was finna get outed about being down low found me. I don't know how this man found me. He ended up getting my number, literally getting my number. And he said, I don't care how much it costs me, do not put them pictures out there. And I was like, I don't know yet. So I was talking to my friend. My friend was just like, "No, fuck that. You gonna make him pay. You gonna make him pay. You gonna pay. You don't want this secret to get out here." And I can end the story right there. I never exposed him. That's what I'm gonna say. And from that day forward, I was like, you know what? I think I'm kind of done with this personal roast and stuff. And then I would just see different pictures online, or people would just tag me and stuff, and I would just talk about it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, let's talk about, you go from fun to purpose. Now, you host a turkey drive every year in your hometown, right? How have that been for you to go back to your hometown and do something for it?
That has always been on my heart. And it's funny because when I finally made up my mind to do the turkey drive, I was at my lowest. I had took a heavy business loss. I was trying to get my money back. 9 to 5, they acting crazy, start following me on social media, and it became a problem. Like, you gonna work for us, you know, all this red tape when you working for the government, and then and me trying to chase all these multiple different careers and trying to create passive income. And I was like in a very bad season of depression, and I had like a sleepless night one night, and it was like God was telling me, you know, don't make this money or whatever it is the head of your life, in a sense. And God was just like, I need you to go back and feed the people. You want this money back? You want this? You want this? I need you to go help my people out. Is that something you want to do? And I was like, okay, God, like, sure, I save up, do the money. So my first time I did it out of my pocket, and then another a chef who I asked could he give me the hookup on the turkeys end up saying, listen, ain't nobody never did this before. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want to help you do this, and I don't want nobody to know or whatever. And I was like, all right, bet. And so God gave me the vision, and it manifested, and it was successful. It was so successful, I was scared. I ran out over 120 turkeys in less than 45 minutes. Now, mind you, some people was trying to finesse the system, sending their kids and stuff back in there to get 2 and 3 turkeys. I had to cut somebody out gracefully, a people or two. But, you know, it was great. And then folks started DMing me when they cut the food stamps and stuff off. And it was just like, hey, you know, like, what's up? You going to do the turkey drive? This the time to do it. Folks in need. And, man, I reached out to my resources in less than 5 hours. And really less than 3, I had raised a little over $400 to pay for this turkey drive. So it was phenomenal. I don't regret it. I did say each year I'm gonna do my best to do it each year. You know, I know people coins and money and stuff like that is a little funny or whatever, but it's the biggest blessing that I could do for myself to help other people. I really enjoy helping other people. Now I've altered myself, not at the expense of me being so much of the lamb. Like, I ain't gonna go feed the 400 and come back to a half a piece of meat, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna reach out to my resources, and I just want to be the change in the community. I wanted something positive. And then the first turkey drive I did, it was so much killing going on. That was another thing. I'm like, God damn, my hometown can't catch a break. So I really just wanted to just bring joy to the community. That's all.
Right. Hey, listen, I like that. Because it's I always tell people this, you know, when you do things, do it for the community too, and you'll get a whole lot of blessings. Now, you didn't say something during the turkey drive. A couple of people that came back. I was about to get on that. What's one of the weirdest or funny stories when you was giving back?
I just don't like the niggaism, you know, just doing stuff because you ain't never experienced it before. I get it, but it's like, you know better. Right. You know better. You just being greedy. Like, for example, this is what they was doing at the turkey drive. Say you and your family came in. You will come in first. This is for my family. Thank you so much, Sannchaz or whatever. My nickname back home is Stank. Thank you, Stank, for the people that knew me or whatever. And then little kids will come in. Hey, you send your child in. Hey, my mama, she can't walk. She out in the car. She want a turkey. So I was like, damn, something ain't right. Like, why are these folks sending kids in here? So when I seen 2 children, I was concerned, like, shit, everybody mama ain't stuck in no car. So I followed the kids outside to the car. Same lady, she this heifer reaching her hand out the car to get the turkey. Bring that turkey back. I was on turkey patrol. They was like, well, but we got 2 families in the truck. I'm like, nope, it's 1 per family. Nope, bring it back. I opened up the back. It's 4 turkeys sitting on the floorboard when they slid the van door back. I'm like, what are y'all gonna do with 4 turkeys? Yeah. But I said, y'all taking that from somebody else that's in need. Run me them turkeys back. So it was like a family of like 12 or something like that. I'm like, keep the 2, but give me the other 2 because y'all running out. It really bothered my spirit. And then I had to make a video about it. And folks, like I told you, these folks ungrateful. It wasn't worth you coming back home doing the turkey drive because here in Georgia, it's so resourceful. Like, yeah, it is. Them folks was giving out turkeys like candy, so it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But back home, ain't nobody doing it. So I just tried to change the game, but they pissed me off. I almost didn't do it last year, but God said keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking now. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking.
Man.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about tours and comedy tours and stuff like that. What is on your agenda for 2026?
For my agenda for 2026, I would love to get my book started. I'm not gonna lie, last year was my goal of focusing on a tour. I would have to put that tour together myself, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And with this whole digital age content creator or whatever, it's no excuse for me. I know I got the time. I know I'm funny as hell. But a lot of these comedy clubs, it's what is your following? What is your following? Are you guaranteed to sell out tickets? And even, excuse me, when I did send, them my numbers and stuff like that, it's like it's a weight game in a sense, and who you know, and they're looking for management teams. I'm my own woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been looking for a manager for a very, very long time, or somebody that, can at least put my foot through the door. And I think God got me on this journey where whenever my foot get in the door, I'm going to kick that motherfucker down.
I know that's right.
Because it's just the comedy industry has changed. Mm-hmm. And I'm connected to a lot of heavy hitters, like big time people. And back in the day, like, when you gonna take me on the road to this, that, and the third? And of course, when you're too funny, sometimes that can be the case. You're too talented, that can be the case. If you ain't giving up no cootie cat, that can be a case. And if they just don't want to do it, that can be the case. I didn't have people tell me, you like straight certified celebrities, sold out arenas, people tell me it just ain't your time. I'm like, well, when is my time? God damn it.
Right.
Yeah. Comedy tour is not so much a super priority for me right now, because I believe it's gonna happen when it happens. So like all the shows that I've been getting calls for is towards the end. I'm like, damn, y'all booking me for fall, nigga. Let's do spring.
Right.
Y'all sending deposits for September, October. And a lot of people didn't know this. Some people just like, oh, you don't mess with the comedy scene no more. People be like, I don't see you. Well, by the grace of God, back here about 4 years ago, I had ended up getting the plug on a lot of private gigs. So I'm going to go do a show, 1,500, 2,000 or whatever it may be. And they said, I just need you to host 2 hours, an hour. I just need you to do 30 minutes. One show, I just couldn't believe it. Them folks paid me $500 for 15 minutes. And I ain't going to say I just couldn't believe it like that. But what I'm saying is when I'm out working at these comedy clubs, it's raper work. Some comedy clubs, you do 5 shows in one weekend. You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing these private gigs, you get your lump sum right then and there for whatever. And it's so crazy. I've been doing more church shows, clean shows than I've did in my entire career the last 2 years and made good money off of it. So I'm kind of like in this weird place with physical stand-up comedy. I'm still doing it. I'm still there. That's still my lane. But I'm getting real good traction with the podcast stuff. Post a video, it go viral. People want to hear more realistic. I wouldn't say realistic. The real conversations with Sannchaz and another person. So stand-up ain't changed. Still doing stand-up. Would love to get my book out here. Would love to just have that area of my podcast venture to flourish. Because content creation, we get paid for that. And now clubs is booking these content creators, and then when they get there, they're like, oh, you ain't got the stage time? Let me call OT, because I know he got 54 minutes, but you getting paid $200 for your 54 minutes, and a content creator who got they 6 minutes walking away with the bag. And I get it. They little people came out. So comedy is in a weird space, and I'm not the only person that's feeling it or seeing it. You have a lot of veteran comedians now that have shifted. Like one of my comedy brothers, he still do stand-up, but he hosts R&B. I do a lot of trail ride events and country events now. So it's different. Trail rides for me this year. My book and podcast and more acting gigs. I got I can't officially announce it, but I just filmed some last year or whatever, a major film that's coming out this summer. I just heard about that. So whenever they do the green light for that, I'll be announcing that or whatever.
Come on back. Come on back.
Come on back.
Come on back. I done put the plug out there. Come on back.
What plug?
Come on back. Once you announce it, we're gonna have you back on.
Oh, okay. Look, I was just like, what happened? What I do? You saw me gripping the table. So yeah, and then I filmed another major project last year that also be coming out this spring or whatever. So I'm really in all my bags and avenues right now, because if you just stick to comedy or whatever to a certain degree, I never wanted to just be directly in that lane. I like being versatile. I like being used in different areas. You know, I write, I produce, you know what I'm saying? So for me, ain't nothing off limits this season in my life. But if I can start moving and put words together for my book, we're going to see, because I wrote the name down of my book about 10 years ago. And I had pre-start somewhat writing it in a sense. But for me, I feel like God will tell me when it's time.
Yeah.
You know how people like the big ending and the big bang in a book? That's what I was somewhat kind of looking and maybe hoping for before I wrote the book. And then when I'm doing more research, people done wrote multiple different books and the new verses and a new chapter of themselves in their life. So I think it's important for people to get a taste of Sannchaz on a whole nother level. And I pray that God really puts it in my heart and give me that dedication and that determination to be able to do it and push through, because I'm still straddling the fence, but at least I can start working on it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I feel that. Well, listen, first of all, I got to thank you for coming on. One of the hottest comedians, one of the hottest content creators out here. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check her out. Can you tell everybody where to find you at on all social media platforms?
Listen, everybody, this is your girl, comedian Sannchaz Blackmon. I'm an actress. I'm a host. I'm a public speaker, motivational speaker for children, troubled teens, whatever you need. I'm that person, right? And y'all can follow me on all social media platforms under Sannchaz. Yes, Sannchaz. All right, last name is Blackmon, and y'all already know I cannot let this slide. And shout out to OT Radio Show.
Yo, appreciate you. Oh, and one more thing, your podcast. Like, listen, just because we podcast, it doesn't mean you can't tell people when your podcast is. So let's go.
I started filming a little more than a year ago, and the stuff was sitting in the lab since 1929. And so I did not realize filming these podcasts that prices vary, studio space, stuff change in a drop of a dime, right? So it's called the I Can't Let This Slide podcast. And once I get official, comfortable studio space that ain't trying to charge me Barack Obama prices like the White House newscast and broadcasting center, y'all gonna see more of it. But when y'all go on my social media page, y'all see clips and stuff like that of me doing my podcast, and y'all gonna be very, very entertained. We talk about real life, real solutions, real problems of today's world. And it's not just so much about relationships or nothing like that. It's real life stuff, just everyday stuff.
Everyday stuff. All right, well, listen, thank you so much for joining us here on the show. We appreciate you. Thank you. And listen, when that movie pop out, pop back in.
I definitely will.
Pop back in.
Thank you.
All right, well, listen, I'll be talking to you because I'm going to talk to you offline about a couple of things. So, so we can put some things together too. All right, appreciate you for joining us.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all take care.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, listen, y'all, great show today. Hey, can't let this shit slide. We had them on. We here. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. The OT Radio Show is on every platform. And, we got a good show for y'all next week, too. So every week we're going to have a show. And we got a lineup for y'all. But, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. Yo, it's your boy OT. And like I say all the time, my new introduction is, you know what? It's just like that. Period. That's it. That's all I got to say. Just like that. Wallow. That was for you, bro. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And your boy OT will see you once again here on the OT Radio Show. Let's go.